Alright, so I'm going to continue on from the first video, obviously talking about this book, Children See Dead People. Um, children's spooky powers, which is the Illuminati explaining paranormal phenomena. It's the explanation of the unseen, the paranormal, like the world that science doesn't acknowledge. The acknowledgement of other dimensions, um, the explanation of other dimensions, and how like the ghost dimension is actually the fourth dimension, and the Illuminati have so much knowledge that it's just unbelievable. Like once you find your way to the enlightened ones. So I'm gonna read from this book, talk about it. Table of contents is Children See Dead People, Ghost Sight, Parapsychology, Ghostbusters, Disassociation, Constructed Friends, Theories of Hypnosis, Relaxation, The Origins of Hypnotism, The Aliens Are Here, The Wada Test, Enter the Language Zone, The Astounding Walk, Brainwaves and Psychology, The Ark of the Covenant, Providence, Mind Projection, Cosmic Consciousness, The Schizophrenics, The Dreams of Children, System 1 and System 2, Thinking, Free Speech, The Power of Language, The Master, The Trickster, Conclusion. So I always read the table of contents off because it's good to know, what they're gonna talk about in the book. Because this is gonna explain the paranormal, which is definitely something that is not explained when you come in this world, because of the paradigm that is accepted and acknowledged by the masses of people, which is science, and which is also linked with Abrahamism, religious control, political control, and economic control. But that whole paradigm is definitely wrong. It doesn't explain reality, or like the meaning of life or the purpose of existence at all. And the Illuminati's model does, irrefutably, definitely does. And that's my mission, is to guide, is to learn and to guide people to the truth, which is the kingdom of heaven, which is definitely what part of the Templars, were doing, where they were protecting people to get to the Holy Land. And that's what I am doing as well, with releasing this information that will free people and get people out of the Demerouge, and out of the escape of the Demerouge, and on it into the next level of existence, the next context of existence, which is what we are all actually getting ready to go into, which the Illuminati explained. Ghost Sight. One of the most famous lines in movie history is, "I see dead people," uttered by a young boy. Is there any reason to believe that children can see the dead? Do they have spooky powers? Okay, wait. I already read that in the first part. So I'm just gonna go to the next section. The gift. Some children are sensitives. They have the gift. They see ghosts and they talk to ghosts. Why should children be able to do what adults cannot? One of the reasons is that children's brains are much more active. They're going through changes. There's a process called the synaptic pruning, which is vital to the development of children's brains. Jacqueline Capasso wrote, Synaptic pruning is a natural process that occurs in the brain between early childhood and adulthood. During synaptic pruning, the brain eliminates extra synapses. Synapses are brain structures that allow the neurons to transmit an electrical or chemical signal to another neuron. Synaptic pruning is thought to be the brain's way of removing connections in the brain that are no longer needed. Once the brain forms a synapse, it can either be strengthened or weakened. This depends on how often the synapse is used. In other words, the process follows the use it or lose it principle. Synapses that are more active are strengthened, and synapses that are less active are weakened and ultimately pruned. The process of removing the irrelevant synapses during this lifetime is referred to as synaptic pruning. So they're going over why, people lose their psychic powers, like as children, like because of synaptic pruning, and why they lose the gift. And children start out with an enormous surplus of synapses, reflecting their immense potential, and then have to get rid of this excess to make the brain more efficient, focused, and specialized. Are some of these juvenile synapses ghost synapses? Children perhaps can use them to see ghosts, but if they don't use them, and their use is strongly discouraged by society, then they lose them. They relinquish their ghost sight. Jacqueline Confesso wrote, "During the second year of life, the number of synapses drops dramatically. Synaptic pruning happens very quickly between ages 2 and 10. During this time, about 50% of the extra synapses are eliminated. In the visual cortex, pruning continues until about 6 years of age." So this is talking about, children being able to see ghosts and aliens and having the sight to see that because of, they have more synapses going, their brains are more active, they're seeing more of reality, like different parts of reality, like cats and dogs do and stuff. And this is acknowledging that children have the sight to be able to see in other dimensions, which obviously gets cut off in this world we live in, because they are actually looking to target the pineal gland, and with fluoride and all this stuff, genetic engineering, all this stuff against the pineal gland, so people aren't able to remember their multi-dimensional experience, so they're trapped here. And it's just like I was able to maintain my psychic ability throughout my life because I still remember my dreams and have all my experiences in my dreams, and ever since I was a little kid. So and that's important to the fulfilling of life, like living a full life, is having a healthy psychic life and understanding of dreams and the subconscious and everything like that. Let's imagine that up to age of 6, children have a much more powerful visual cortex and can see things that older children and adults simply cannot see. Older children who undergo a slower rate of synaptic pruning in the visual cortex may also see things denied to others. Synapse-heavy brains, those with many more synapses than are present in adult brains, are much more likely to be synesthetic. Dr. Veronica Gross wrote, "Synesthesia is loosely defined as senses coming together, which is just a translation of the Greek etymology, together, from, or from. At its simplest level, synesthesia means that when a certain sense of part of a sense is activated, another unrelated sense or part of the sense is activated concurrently. For example, when someone hears a sound, he or she immediately sees a color or shape in their mind's eye. People that have synesthesia are called synesthetics. Synesthetics. Yeah, synesthetics. Oh shit. It's about to rain. So yeah, there's information that I've never heard before in this, and it's important. So until next time.